Hey, what's up? I'm Lucas, and I'm here to answer a question that I get asked a ton online just about any time I post anything with my flex arm tapping arm in it. So as you know, I have a couple of Bridgeports. I've got a tapping head, got mag drills that will tap holes. And the question I get a lot is, with the Bridgeports, why do I need a tapping arm? I already have a Bridgeport, that'll drill, that'll tap. What do I need a tapping arm for? There are a ton of reasons and a ton of use cases for a tapping arm over a Bridgeport. There's a ton of reasons that even with my Bridgeports, I still wanted a flex arm. And I'm going to tell you what those are now, and I'm going to show you what those are, because what's better than listening to me tell you why I like this? I'm going to show you why I like this. I'm going to show you why it's so much more useful in a lot of instances than a Bridgeport. Let's go find out. All right, so there's 5 reasons why, despite having multiple Bridgeports, I still went out and got myself a flex arm for most of my tapping operations. The first one is portability. I can take this thing just about anywhere I need to go, and especially paired with the magnetic base that I have, I can walk right away with it, take it to my job site, and use it anywhere that I have compressed air. I don't need electricity, I don't need 220 volt, I don't need 3-phase, I don't need hydraulic power, I don't need anything other than compressed air. Bridgeport, about 2,000, 2,500 pounds, it can be very difficult to move around, and it's certainly not something that I can just pick up and take with me to a job site. The second thing is speed. The flex arm is unbelievably fast for repeat tapping or multiple production hole tapping operations. I can have 5 holes, 10 holes, 100 holes I need to tap, and a flex arm is monumentally faster at doing that than a Bridgeport or a tapping head or any kind of thing like that where your workpiece is held down and you have to continue to move your work underneath your spindle. The flex arm, the tapping spindle itself, moves to your work, and because of that, it is so much faster to go between holes. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start a timer, and I want to tap these 4 holes using the Bridgeport. Let's see how long it takes us. So I'm even going to wait until I get this first hole aligned to start the timer. Okay, here we go. Okay, I gotta move it over, get it aligned again. Okay. I'm using the brake to stop it get it as fast as I can. Okay, let's move it over again. All right. See, we're not quite aligned there. All right. Okay. Okay, we're good here. All right, let's see. Okay, what do we got going on here? What are we doing? I don't know, are we stuck? Are we not coming out? What do we got? Okay. We're just gonna release the tap. So, what a pain. Okay, so that was a little over 2 minutes on this 4 holes. Now we're gonna take the same part and we're gonna go over to the flex arm and we're gonna see how fast it takes to do these 4 holes. All right, so it's just over 2 minutes to tap the 4 holes in this 1/4" mild steel with the Bridgeport. Let's do 4 holes with the flex arm, compare the time, see how it does. Here we go. "19 seconds. 19 seconds for the same 4 holes in 1/4" mild. 19 seconds. And that leads me to number 3, which is alignment and accuracy. On a Bridgeport, if I have 5 holes to tap, that means I have to move my workpiece 5 times to get it underneath the spindle and dead on aligned every single time. Because with a Bridgeport, there's no play, there's no movement, there's no adjustment, there's no margin for error with tapping. If I am not aligned exactly underneath that spindle, I risk breaking a tap. With the flex arms will self-align. And what's really nice about that is if I have my flex arm moving around, because the spindle is what moves, I can bring it over to the hole and it will self-align itself into that hole and tap it perfectly without running the risk of breaking a tap or having a cockeyed or misaligned hole. 4th reason, the clutch. So with the flex arm, each tap is held in a tap holder, and each one of these tap holders has a clutch built into it. So what's really nice about that clutch is if you're doing blind hole tapping or you're tapping in very hard materials or thick materials, if there's a chip that can't clear or it hits the bottom of that blind hole, the clutch kicks in and it starts clutching out and spinning as opposed to snapping off the tap. Now, all 12 of these are blind holes. As soon as this bottoms out, that clutch is going to kick in and it's going to keep you from snapping that tap or damaging the thread. So watch. On that first one, you'll see the tap stop spinning. You'll hear kind of a clicking noise, and then I'll reverse out. And that's that clutch kicking in. Now, that's an incredible option and an incredible upgrade over Bridgeport. Bridgeport does not care if your tap binds. It does not care if you've hit the bottom. You will break that tap every single time. 5th reason that the flex arm is super advantageous over a Bridgeport is everything on it is quick change. So what I'm holding in my hand here is a flex arm tap holder. The collar right here on the flex arm spindle is a quick release. So all I have to do is push up on this little collar and my tap holder is out. Now this is a rack that I designed and built. I find it very convenient to have my most commonly used taps in here, but I can switch between any of these super fast. That was a 5/16. Here's a 3/8. Here's all it takes. Now I'm ready to tap 3/8. I want to take that off, do a different one. Go all the way down to a 10/24, no problem. But I think my favorite feature is this. So this is a drill chuck, a 3-jaw Jacobs chuck on that same quick change. It means I can have a 3-jaw chuck in here and have things like chamfering, reamers, etc. And it's just with a simple chuck key. I can switch out what's in here. With this, I can chamfer my holes either before or after I tap them for a nice, clean, professional, polished look. Look how nice those look now that they've just been chamfered. And with those quick change tap holders, the tap itself can be changed out tool-free. All I need to do is depress a little ring in the middle. I can pull the tap out. I can push a new tap in, and that's it. I need no tools to change taps or change tap holders on the flex arm. It is so fast and it is so much easier than on a Bridgeport. So while obviously I love my Bridgeports, and these were definitely labors of love because I tore them all down and rebuilt them like new from the factory, I still will use my flex arm over my Bridgeport for 90% of my tapping operations. I still think they're an amazing milling machine. They do almost everything I ask of them. And yes, if that's all you have, they will do a great job tapping. But if you do a lot of tapping operations and you really want to come up to the next level for tapping for efficiency, speed, portability, protecting your taps and your spindles, look into a flex arm. You really will not regret it. You will be amazed at how fast and how much it improves your workflow. And they're just fun to use. I love my flex arm. I'm happy I went out and got one. And it does not make me love this Bridgeport any less. It just gives me an amazing love for both pieces of equipment. Thanks for watching.